It's Week 10 of the 2025 season, and we'll be watching the Browns' electric quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Browns and the Lions, next on Madden Football.
Here is the Spring League star, Jake Bates, set to get this one going. And off we go from Cleveland. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, young man from the University of Colorado.
If his preparation for this game is any indication of how he's going to perform today, Mike, they're going to be hard to beat. He played really well last week, but when we talked to his coaches, they told us, they're like, he has lived here all week. He has taken his level of play even up another notch. And if he can continue to operate this system, continue to get all of his weapons involved, this leadership, this ability to lead by example, it's going to rub off on the rest of this offense. I think they're going to have a good chance of changing from last week's loss to coming away today with a victory.
Here comes 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So on 4th down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez, to punt for Cleveland. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he just looked indecisive. He didn't look like he was very comfortable operating within this system, and it led to a combination of poor throws and, frankly, a lot of bad decisions. I think he needs to stop just locking in on one guy, let the offense unfold, trust what the play caller and the game plan have established. I think if he can just operate the offense and not feel like it's all on his shoulders to create everything, I think it'll allow him to just take a little bit of a deep breath, let the game come to him, and have a lot more success than he did last week.
You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. The linebacker, Jerome Baker, there to make the play. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Goff. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Throwing here is Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Goff gives it to Gibbs. He'll be stopped after a short gain to about the 30. Jeremiah Wusu-Koromoa in on the stop. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll try and run it here with Montgomery. They will have it at the 24-yard line. That's enough for a first down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Goff to throw on first down. This is caught at the 2. To the goal line and in. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Browns offense going to take over now for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
They'll turn and hand this one off. He'll take this down to the 47. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Quick throw, taken in. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And he's in. Jamari Thrash. Touchdown, Browns. It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And as we move into the second half of the season, he continues to put up the big numbers. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Here's a screen set up for Gibbs.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Second and a yard. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Myles Garrett able to bring him down. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Goff. Now he'll run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Goff. That pass caught by Amon-Ra. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll go down, back at the 4.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That one taken in. Touchdown, Lions. Greg, I love the precision on that play. Very little time, very confined space, and they come through with the touchdown.
And it's the accuracy of the throw, Mike, that protects his receiver. Everything down here near the goal line is so condensed. You understand you're going to be thrown into tight windows. But when you trust your quarterback to protect you with the ball placement, it gives you a lot more confidence going across the middle of the field, and in this case, pays off for a touchdown.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
And he's out of bounds in great shape, down at the 15-yard line. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Not much there, maybe a yard. They'll stick with him again. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on now for the field goal. Officially a 29-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good. And the Browns are back within 4 at 14-10.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more. He's building a case for the MVP. He is the leader in the NFL in touchdown passes as we move into the back half of the season. Off the play fake, here's Goff. That's into traffic, but taken in. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Patrick motioning here. A 2nd down throw for Goff. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing, Goff. This pressure is relentless. They get him again.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, He tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. So, on fourth down, the Lions send out Jack Fox to punt, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. First and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. He'll look to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
Mike, I can tell you firsthand, when you take the field on your opponent's side of the 50, there's a lot of optimism and hope that this is going to be a touchdown scoring drive. So nice job here by the defense, holding strong and defending this short field.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. On first down, it's Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And they're going to move this one all the way up near the 30-yard line. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They don't want a repeat of first down, so they'll keep it on the ground now. Brought down at the 21, a gain of 1. 3rd and long. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. Here's Jack Fox now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. That'll be returnable from the 35. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return.
The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Lions offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. And he's made a big impact in the passing game. As you look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, his name right there at the top. They'll go play action with Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here, just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, they're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. From the gun, it's Goff. To the outside, that's St. Brown. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
First down throw there is incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. Third down coming up. To throw is Goff. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field. And then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Browns offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side.
Offside, defense. Still first down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Following the penalty, they'll run it. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. The big lineman, Aleem McNeil, ends the play there. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now give on the ground. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Here's a 3rd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Looking deep here for Tillman. And he'll take it on in. Cedric Tillman. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Extra point up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. they're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Goff to throw. He'll go right back to Laporta. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense. Still 1st down.
Throwing here is Goff. Now, deep shot for Amon-Ra. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Goff. There's that man again. Another catch.
Pass interference. Defense.
Here's a handoff to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right around the 40. A tackle there by Michael Hall. 2nd down and 8. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you can have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Open man, it's Jameson Williams. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Goff to throw. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. That is caught to the goal line and in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the 2nd half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this 2nd half started. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Browns offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Back to the air one more time. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll look to throw yet again. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. This pass caught by Judy. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He'll get this out to his running back.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll look to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. This throw left is complete with Judy.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. He'll get this out wide. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can, and now being first and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible. When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to...
He's got his big tight end, David Njoku. Touchdown, Browns. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? A good return as he takes it across the 30. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
On 2nd down, Goff. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Goff. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. We're all even. 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. He'll drop to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game, and that one, a 1st down.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these 3rd down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
On the quick slant, that's Judy.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And a nice run. He's got a first down tackle made right at the 35-yard line. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
This is a tough spot. 3rd down and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. The Lions call their first timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Now on comes Dustin Hopkins in a pressure situation. This to grab a late lead. Got the distance and it's good. He knocks it through from long range. They move out front and take the lead here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's Gibbs. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Throwing, Goff. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Throwing on 2nd down, and that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way, a back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
Hopkins now to tack on the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Browns will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. A second down throw for Goff. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So the Dog Pound celebrates. It's a win for the Browns. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort and come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Dog Pound's happy. It's a win for the Browns as we say farewell from Cleveland.